What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Gahiji. Nice little Naya Enchantress. Yes, we'd love to play first. Get the chat closed out. Ooh, playing against the Dragonclaw. Yeah, this would be a nice little matchup. 3-color shard. Let's get the graveyard squared up. Now, as far as opening hand goes, we have Forest into Flooded Strand. And we don't really go anywhere quick after that. I'm really tempted to mulligan. If we don't hit the land drops, it's just really not... Yeah, let's go to mulligan on this one. Okay, yeah, I like this a little bit. We got Seal Primordium, Unbridled Growth, get a little bit of card draw when it enters the battlefield, or sacrifice it, we'll get a card draw. Mirari's like, yeah, we'll keep on this one. And we do have the Scry, from Temple of Triumph. So let's get Gahiji popped up back up. Let's go keep on this one. Sterling Grove, we'll be online. Yeah, let's go and put that on top. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, it goes on top. Let's go ahead and actually, let's go and get down the Wooded... No, let's go and get out the Temple of Triumph. We know the Sterling Grove's on top. We're just going to go ahead and leave it on top. And then we'll cover our commanders, get this passed over to our opponent, let them do their thing. If they click OK. But yes, welcome to Gahiji. This is Naya Enchantress. I've had a lot of fun playing this deck. It's, man, when you get the card draw engine going, and you get those card... I don't know, it's just fun, getting all the stuff going. I'll kind of explain it here in a second. We're playing Gahiji, Honored One. Whenever a creature attacks one of your opponents or a planeswalker an opponent controls, that creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Playing against Surrak Dragonclaw. Flash can't be countered, then creature spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have trample. Okay, let's go and get the draw into that Sterling Grove. Let's go and get the Wooded Foothills down. We can get that down, and then hopefully we hit a land drop after that. We do have Seal Primordium in the hand. That way, if to do getting sort of artifact ramp out there, we should be able to at least stop that for a little bit. Let's go and crack the Wooded Foothills. Let's grab ourselves a nice little Taiga. Need to grab a red-green source. Where are you? There we go. Get that on the battlefield. Let's go Sterling Grove. And then anything else. Now we're going to go on past the turn. But yes, as far as the deck goes, this is Naya Enchantress. We're looking to use the Naya Enchantress card draw engine to really fuel us late game. Some of the Enchantress card pieces that we're running Mesa Enchantress, a Growthian Enchantress, the Verdurian Enchantress, I can't remember her full name. Basically looking to get some nice little redundancy with the cards that we have in the deck. What set is that Taiga from? Should be from Vintage Masters, pretty sure. Vintage Masters. Beautiful art. I love the art on the, you know, the duels are classic, but when you look at the art on the new ones, the new bordering, Mountain Forest, the art, I mean, it just looks great. And I love Underground Sea. I think that's a really good looking dual hand. It looks really good. See what we're drawn to. Fires of Yavi Maya. Okay. We can get down the Unbridled Growth. Let's go and get it down. I guess we could put it on the Temple of Triumph if we want to. We can immediately sack it and draw a card, and then hopefully maybe draw into something later after that. Or we can just crack the Sterling Grove and get some. Let's go and get let's put it on the Temple of Triumph. We may go and sack it right now, just to see if we can't hit the land drop for the turn. Usually you want to sequence that with something that would have having one of our Enchantress pieces out there, but unfortunately we don't really have a lot of lanes in the hand. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. See what they said. Depends on the card. But not too bad, actually. They're actually pretty cheap. So if you're looking to get into Magic Online, you can pick up the dual lanes. I think, let me look at my phone real quick. I think Taiga, that may be one of the cheaper ones, actually. But yeah, I think Volcanic Island is the most expensive one. Excuse me, I'm trying to look this up just because it'd be good to know. Yeah, the Taiga, it looks like the foil version. The Vintage Master is like $3. Actually, $2. Yeah, it's only $2. So not too bad. So yeah, if you want to get into Magic Online, that's one of the cool things about playing Commander Online is you can buy Taiga for like $2. So it's definitely a nice little bonus from that. But yeah, as far as the deck goes, it's a Naya Enchantress, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of the our early Enchantress pieces. Hopefully you want to have one of those in your opening hand, but it doesn't look like we have that. Temple of Plenty. Well, that is a land. Let's go get that down. Get the scry going. I'm looking for a land at this point. If it's a land, we're going to leave it on top. If not, we're probably going to go ahead and scry it away. See what the scry is. Slayer's Stronghold. Yeah, we'll go and put that on top. We just really want to work our way towards a nice little Mirari's Wake. Let's go and get down the Seal of Primordium. And if we want to, we could go and crack on the Simic Signet. It's going to keep him off that mana. Let's go and get this down. I think at this point, let's just 3 minutes. Let's just see if we can. There's something else we can run into. Yeah, it'd be a good play to go for right now, but I'd like for our opponent to kind of get some stuff going. That way, it's a nice little even match, especially if we're gonna go for Mirari's Wake. But yeah, so we have the Enchantress card draw pieces on the back end. We have a nice little bunch of beast creatures to kind of round out the card draw that we have going on. There's some fun stuff like it's a Spellbreaker beast. It's like 4 mana and it's 4 mana and it can't be countered. And then creature spells you control can't be countered. And then what else? We do have Thragtusk in here, which was always a lot of fun to get Thragtusk going. All right, opponent gets down the Thawing Glaciers, and then we may go ahead and bust on the Signet. We'll see. Let's see what we draw into. Get that Slayer Stronghold down. Now, if we want to make sure that we're be online for Mirari's Wake, we can't get the Sterling Grove down. Sack one of our, sacrifice it and search up one of our tap lands that kind of generates a little bit extra mana. Let's go ahead and Thawing Glaciers. Yeah, they're going to be able to search for basic. Let's go and crack on the Simic Signet. Let's go and take that out. We're going to get these Fires of Yavimaya down. That way we can, if we do hit the lane drop, we'll be online to probably go for Mirari's Wake, or if we need to get down Gahiji, we can swing in, or if we draw into one of our, our beast tokens that cost, our beast creatures that cost 4, then we get that down and swing in with haste. I don't know why I keep wanting to call the beast creatures in the deck beast tokens. I mean, they're not tokens. We don't really have any beast tokens that we're generating. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. Yeah, not a whole lot of action over here. Hated to do that, but just hoping we can kind of get into a little bit more mana. But yeah, now as far as the Enchantress, I love building any sort of Enchantress deck. It's always a lot of fun. It's almost like you're building some sort of mechanical machine when you're going with an Enchantress build, because once you get those parts moving, they really work well together. And then I love drawing cards. That's always fun too. So it's a nice little bonus. And it's fun building an Enchantress deck that's not 100% Voltron, basically. I do have a couple Voltron decks. I have, if you're new to the channel, I do have Get Rock Hypnotoad. I do have that out, and then I do have Tana, which is one of my more recent kind of Voltron-style decks that we built, or at least that I built. And that's always fun to go, but it's also fun to kind of just go all in Enchantress. Another good card that we have in here is Serra Sanctum, which is going to allow us to tap for white mana for each enchantment that we control. So if we draw into it, we'd be able to tap for 2 mana right now. So it's a really good card in the deck. In fact, we have stuff like Expedition Map and Sylvan Scrying to draw into it. Enlightened Tutor. Okay, so nothing we can get down for 5. We're online for the Enlightened Tutor. We can go for that. Search the library for an artifact or enchantment card. Yeah, I guess we'll just go and leave that up. We'll go and grab one of our... we can use the Sterling Grove. I'd like leaving the Sterling Grove online. Let's go ahead and use the Enlightened Tutor to grab one of our ramp pieces. We can grab Overgrowth or something like that and enchant one of our lands. And then that'll put us in a spot where we can finally get down Gahiji, get down Xenagos, and get down Mirari's Wake, and kind of bust this open. That's the unfortunate thing, is we are going all in on enchantment, so a lot of our ramp cards are lands that enchant, stuff like the Unbridled Growth, enchanting our lands, and you can tap them for some extra mana. We're also running Arbor Elf in here, so if we do get a bunch of those enchant lands on one particular land in particular, we can use Arbor Elf to untap it. And we also have Deserted Temple to untap that. And it also really works really well with Serra Sanctum too. So a couple different options off that. Opponent gets down Temple of the False God. They are online because they do have 5 lands out in the battlefield, so we might be seeing Surrak coming in. Nope, Cultivate. Okay. While they're tapped out, we'll see if they're going to go for anything else. We're definitely going to go for the Enlightened Tutor next turn and go for that. We do have, I think it's Weirding Wood or something like that. It's from one of the more recent sets. It's 3 mana, enchant a land, add 2 mana when you tap it, and you get to draw a card when it enters the battlefield, or at least you get to go for they give you a clue token that you can crack. So it's been a nice little utility land for the deck. So probably going to end up going for that. We'll see what we're going to go for though. They get down the island into play, and then what else do they search up? Grab the forest. We'll go and cross off the island. So we know Crewfix and Forest are in our opponent's hand right now. Make this just a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. And they're going to kick it over to see if the Coiling Oracle, yep, coming in hot for one, is going to put us down to 27. And let's go and go for that. We could hope to hit the lane drop next turn, then we can kind of get down Mirari's Wake, but this way, we just don't waste a turn drawing into something we just don't really want. Let's go and fire the... Which we get to the end step, and then we'll go and fire this Enlightened Tutor off. Okay, let's go and go for that. But yeah, Gahiji's been a lot of fun. That +2 bonus, the +2 bonus, when you first think about it, it didn't seem like it'd be that much, but it has a really nice impact. Now, if we draw into Wild Growth, we put Wild Growth onto one of our lands. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. let's say we tap the Taiga, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll still put us in hoping to draw another land. If we go, what is it, the Weirding Wood? Add 2 mana, and we're going to get a clue token on. Let's go ahead and put that one on top. We can tap, add 2 mana, and then we'll still have the clue token to crack. We could go for a Sylvan Library that puts us off on a turn. Let's go ahead and go for the Weirding Wood. That way we're going to get a clue token. We get a little extra card draw off that. We're going to have protection from it. Let's go ahead and enchant the Slayer's Stronghold. And then if we need to crack the clue token, we can go ahead and go for that. Opponent does have 3 mana up, so if we're running into a counter spell, it is unfortunate. And that'll put us in a spot where we can just go and crack the Sterling Grove and grab something like the Overgrowth or something like that. Okay, get the clue token on the battlefield. And let's go ahead and crack the clue token. That way, if we do hit the land drop, I'd like to hit the land drop for the turn. So we're going to go and go for that, see if we can't hit it. See what we draw into. But, Sacred Foundry, beautiful. Okay, let's go get that down. Do we going to shock it in for Sterling Grove? No, we're okay right now. I think Sterling Grove is a little bit better utilized right now as being a protection for the rest of our stuff, you know, especially if we're going to go for Mirari's Wake and go for Xenagos. So after this, with Mirari's Wake, once we kind of tap out for it next turn, the only thing we're looking out for is a counter spell. If it does get on the battlefield, it's going to give a nice little bonus to our creatures, +1/+1, and then whenever we tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. So basically, it's going to make it's kind of like a Crypt Gas style effect that we're going to be able to, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're looking around 10 or 12 mana. We're going to be able to generate getting the Mirari's Wake down, so that'll be pretty good. We do have Creeping Renaissance in the hand. Choose a permanent type. Return all card types of the chosen type from your graveyard to your hand. The only thing that we could really bring back right now, we do have 2 enchantments. We can bring back Unbridled Growth and the Seal of Primordium. So those would be good targets for us to kind of bring back, especially with the Seal of Primordium. But we may want to wait to see if there's any sort of artifact enchantment destruction they have. I think it's Bane of Progress. I played against that earlier, and man, I had had everything under the sun on the battlefield. I think we had Eidolon and Blossoms out there. We had like Weirding Wood and a few other land enchantments, and then they got down Bane of Progress. And I love that Rampant Growth, man. I normally don't like wild white-bordered cards, but it looks pretty good. Looks like a Game of Thrones character. But yeah, so I think it's Bane of Progress. Basically, it's the beast or the avatar or whatever it is that comes into play, destroy all artifacts, enchantments, whatever, and then put a +1 counter on it for each thing destroyed that way. And man, that just wrecked my stuff pretty bad. I was just sitting there, I was like, oh. But that's when you go all in on enchantments like that's going to happen. But then there's other times where, you know, I played against a mono black deck, and it's really hard for mono black to deal with any sort of enchantments out there, so we just kind of run all over the field with that. So have moments like that. See what we're drawn to. Drawn to the War Leader. Okay, we're kind of getting somewhere now. Let's go for the Mirari's Wake. So we're just going to be double white, and then let's go double green. And a tap for 1 more. Anything else we can get at? No, we'll just go and tap down the Temple of Triumph. Oh, excuse me. In my head, I was thinking, I was thinking we had the Mirari's Wake out there. So why are these lands not tapping for double? Okay. I was getting ahead of myself mentally. Alright, so we're going for the Mirari's Wake. Hopefully, okay, it does stick. Awesome. So we do have 2 mana left over. Once again, we're just going to stay online with the Sterling Grove. We could crack it if we need to. One thing that we do have as far as utility enchantments goes, we do have Oblivion Ring, so if something gets a little bit too kind of crazy, we can go for Oblivion Ring. But at least next turn, we're going to be online for getting down Gahiji. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can also go for Xenagos. If we do hit the land drop, it's going to be 10. Yeah, we can actually go Xenagos and Gahiji, get those down. And then as far as devotion goes, as far as Xenagos is concerned, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we get Xenagos down, we'll actually have 7 total devotion, which will allow us to get down Xenagos, get down Gahiji. Both of them are going to have haste from the Fires of Yavimaya. And then if we need to crack, we can to give target creature +2/+2 until end of turn. But should be a nice little kind of little match over here. I always enjoy like kind of 3-colored shards versus 3-colored shards. Like when I play I can't think of a particular matchup, but when I play Damia versus something like Riku or something like that, where you're both kind of doing a little bit of setting up, and you kind of get to about, turn 8 is, we're at turn 8 right now. We're finally got, our opponent has their mana base established. We have some nice little enchantment stuff going. It's always fun to kind of start duking it out from there. All right, opponent gets down the Thornwood Falls. It was Battlefield Game 1 Life. I like the art on that. It looks pretty old school. See what they're going to go for. But yes, Surrak. I do not have a teamer deck for my channel. And this is definitely something. I'm definitely leaning towards him as far as building that. I've been on a really nice control kick. I enjoyed building Temet. That was a lot of fun to me. And You know, I enjoy Damia. Damia is a lot of fun, but it's a little bit more of a Planeswalker controls Dirtle deck. See if we can't get into a nice little Villainous Wealth. But I want to build a few more. We can probably go and cross this forest off too. So they still should have Kruphix in the hand. But I definitely want to kind of build a few more kind of cutthroat creature style decks, and I think Surrak would make a really nice commander. Seems like a lot of fun. So kind of be on the lookout for him. Seems, and then, but yeah, as far as Gahiji goes, I'm usually not a Naya person. I'm not. Naya is usually on the opposite spectrum of what I enjoy. Ooh, and we even got the Planeswalker Sarkhan. Okay, draw a card, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, create a dragon. So let's see what they're going to go for. If they go for the -2 ability, that will give them a nice little clock, and the creatures do draw a card, then adding any 1 mana. Okay, so with them, if they're going for that, we may end up cracking the Sterling Grove to go for Oblivion Ring. Or depending on how they tap out, you know, if they swing in with Coaling, Oracle, and Surrak, and they forget that we have fires out there, then we get in a spot where we can simply just hardcast Gahiji, swing in with a nice little 6/6 body, or 6/4 body, and kind of go from there. All right, so they're swinging in across the board. It's going to be 7, puts us down to 19. So we may not have to go for Oblivion Ring. We're going to be able to at least kind of get down Gahiji, and I think we still have enough mana to go for Xenagos too to kind of get that nice little trample bonus. Okay. Puts us down to 19. That's 6 total commander damage. We do it. Yeah, that's a nice little chunk of commander damage. So we're gonna have to definitely keep track of that. I mean, not that we wouldn't keep track of it, but keep it on our mind. Don't want to get too chatty Cathy and forget about it. Okay, so we draw into it. Land would be beautiful. Mesa Enchanters. I'm a little too late to the party over there, Mesa. Let's go ahead and let's go for Gahiji. Let's go double red. Let's go double white. Let's go double green. Okay, let's go and go for Gahiji. And a tap for 8, we need to make sure we leave, okay, get down Gahiji. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and well, just enough to get down Xenagos. So we're going to have haste from fires out there. Let's go and go for, now if we go for the War Leader, it'll be double white, whatever it attacks. I think we'll have just enough for that. Double red. Get down her, get another attack step, and then swing it in our opponent. I think I like that. Yeah, let's go and go for her. Let's get her down. She's going to Flying Vigilance and Haste. We'll be able to stop the Coiling coming across next turn. We're going to get the nice little bonus with Gahiji. So let's go ahead and let's swing in at Sarkhan, and we'll send Gahiji up top. So we're going to get her trigger on the stack with the Gahiji trigger, +2, +0, make it a nice little 6/5, be 7/5 going over to our opponent. Okay, take care of Sarkhan. That's 7 total commander damage. And then we should, yeah, here we go. Go again. All right, swinging in hot. I was making sure, like, I got worried that I clicked on something weird and we didn't get that extra combat step. I was like, I don't remember seeing anything. And we're going to go and swing in and hot at our opponent, too. Okay. And then, oh, getting that nice little stacked ability. Ooh, oh, that's some good magics right there. All right, swinging in for 9. We've got 17 coming across. It's going to be 9 total commander damage. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Puts them down to 8, 16 total commander damage. Anything else for the turn? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Okay. Now, we do finally get into a spot to where if we want to go for the Sterling Grove activation, what we can do is we can go for sack Sterling Grove. We do have Primal Rage, which is a 2-mana enchantment. Your creatures you control have trample. And with Xenagos does not grant trample. It's going to give him a nice little +X/+X, where it's power, and then it's going to have the let's give him haste. But we already have haste with fires out there. So, and actually, I guess we could have technically cracked the fires to give 2 extra damage to Gahiji, but that would have been like 18 total commander damage, so but we definitely want to keep that in mind. But if we do go Xenagos and we crack the Sterling Grove during our upkeep, I think we'll be in a safe spot to kind of go for that Primal Rage. Okay, opponent scoops it up. But yeah, that's a nice little match. Definitely enjoyed it against the Dragonclaw. Took care of the, you can see where, you know, simply getting down the War Leader, having something like that, like Gahiji, having those abilities stack like that is really nice for the deck. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.